Thank you for joining us. We are the Can-Spicuous Demise.
The purpose of this project was to develop a mechanism which could efficiently crush aluminum cans with a minimal amount of force input.
The first iteration of our design was a crank slider mechanism, which did not meet our initial criteria.
To improve on our first iteration, our second version incorporates a dyad with a quick return ratio to improve upon the force that would be delivered crushing the can.
Our final design is a 4-bar mechanism, which compared to our original 6-bar is much more efficient and compact. The design includes a quick return, which will slowly crush the can, and after the can is crushed, it will snap back to its home position, ready to crush another can.
That we wanted to know maximum forces on all the links, thus maximum stresses to avoid a failure. Thus, we were interested in finding the forces at that point, maximum load. And the maximum load we found was 500 newtons, which would have been applied normally to the piston head, which would have been at the point of, again, crushing the can. From there, we were interested in finding, again, at maximum load at that instance in time, the forces in the links, which would have been for the coupler, crank, and the piston head, and the pin forces in each link.
Our first full-scale prototype was 3D printed with ABS. This prototype helped us determine that our design needed to be changed and upscaled a little bit more than originally designed.
After determining the faults of our 3D printed prototype 1, we expanded some parts to make room for the sizing that we needed and that was required, and made a file to be put onto a water jet and cut all of our pieces out of 1/4 inch steel plate.
After completion of the water jet cutout, we took the pieces and assembled them into the final product. Through the use of fasteners and welding techniques, we were able to create a second prototype which functioned properly, creating a machine that followed with the criteria of our initial design.
Although our final prototype functions mechanically, future iterations should include solutions to some of the following problems. Rotation of the crank should be increased for higher levels of force to be transferred, as well as significant binding issues between different components in the piston shaft.